I'm Nora Echezina, and this is the car sales report. This is my dashboard for the year of 2022 to 2023. I'm actually showing you the dashboard so I can see what my data was defined by at the beginning. The total sales here is over $270,000 sorry, and these are our regions in which our companies are being located. We are in Aurora, we're in Austin, we're in Greenville, we're in Janesville, we're in Middleton, we're in Pascal, and we're in Scottsdale, all in the United States of America. This is our monthly sales pattern, and now the monthly sales pattern is for the both years. I made it like to show in months because I realized that the patterns that was showing for year 2022 was very similar for the patterns for year 2023. So we will talk about those patterns there. These are our top 5 models. These are popular colors. This is the count of sales, and we can filter everything by gender. But let's go straight to the report. Let's go. Let's cut through to it. Okay. Okay, so the car sales report. Let's start with what our insights from the report. I've talked about the majority of things from the report. We talked about our total sales. We talked about amounts, places in which our companies are located. So there are many insights from the report, but I'd just like to talk about 2 most important ones I think we can have actionable steps to impute or to work on. Let's just talk about 2 of them. So these are our months with the highest sales spike. We can see the month of May, we can see August, and we can see December. Now, these spikes were not just noticed in one year. In both years, both 2023 and 2022 and 2023, there were spikes at this same point. So it could not have been a coincidence. There must have been a reason why there was a spike at these 3 months, these specific 3 months, May, August, and December. So here is what my market research says about the reason for this spike. What might be the reason for this spike? The month of May, we all know, marks the beginning of spring in the United States of America. So the winter months are usually really harsh, especially for vehicles. So many people are looking to upgrade their vehicles after the harsh winter months. So that is why our sales must have spiked in May. In August, manufacturers technically or typically release new models of a vehicle in August. So to make space for the new models coming in, our marketing team actually organized discounts and promotions as incentive to drive up sales of older models. So I spoke with the marketing team because I realized that there was no any specific reason why these sales should spike in August, but they said, oh, they did something. They organized discounts, they organized promotions as incentives to drive up sales so that older models will go out so that you can make space for newer models in August, because that's when manufacturers release new models. In December, we always give our marketing team a sales quota for the year. Most of them didn't meet up with it. So after having a meeting with them sometime in October, they decided to take advantage of the holidays, and to meet their yearly sales quota, they decided to use discounts and incentives to drive up sales. So the reason for our spike in May is because ending of winter, everybody was looking to renew their vehicles. Spike in August, our marketing team did wonderful for us. Spike in December, our marketing team did wonderful for us. So we would just like to commend our marketing team because they really worked hard for us in August and in December with the discounts and incentives. So maybe perhaps bonuses and incentives for them so they can do better next year, because they really pulled through for us in August and December. Let's move to another insight. These were the most bought car models by each gender. We see women prefer the Acura RL, and men prefer the Volkswagen, and women also prefer the Volkswagen Jetta. But men, they prefer the Oldsmobile Silhouette and the Mitsubishi Diamante. Diamante, thank you. So what could be the reason for these preferences between men and women, or the differences between these preferences? I wondered. So I was like, okay, let's go and take a survey. So from our survey, we realized that despite them liking 4 different types of models, they both liked 2 specific types of body styles. They both liked hatchback cars, and they also liked SUV cars, whether they were male or female. All our customers love hatchback and SUV. But one question we'll ask ourselves would be, why do women prefer these car models and body types? Why would they prefer it more than other ones that we had in sales? And here was my findings. First, those car models and body types prioritizing safety. We all know how generally concerned women are about the safety, especially most women who can afford to buy cars. Unfortunately, in our society, are usually women that have families. So they prioritize safety. Family-friendly features was also another priority of women when buying cars, and comfortable sitting. Yes, as a woman, I love sitting comfortable, so I can vouch for this one that comfortable sitting is a true what I would look at when buying a car. So these are the 3 reasons why women prefer those 2 cars that I mentioned earlier, and why they prefer hatchbacks and SUVs. But how about men? Why did they prefer these car models and body styles? No, they're just wondering, because not usually my type of car preferences, but why did they prefer this type of car models and body styles? Well, let's take a look at what our survey findings say. For some reason, they prioritized cargo capacity, so they wanted boot space. So maybe that's why they preferred SUVs and also hatchbacks. We all know that they also prioritize speed and power. They were obsessed with it from the survey that I got, with the speed and power, or how powerful their car is. And the men, more than women, like trying out more new tech products or more innovative tech, because women were more focused on the safety part, but the men were like, okay, let's explore innovative tech. So that's why they preferred those car models, and the women preferred those other ones. So for those 3 reasons, why women were prioritizing safety, men were prioritizing speed and power, while women were prioritizing family-friendly cars, men prioritized cargo capacity, and while women were prioritizing comfortable sitting, men were prioritizing innovative tech. So that's the reason for these discrepancies between our male and female audiences. But now, what do we do with this information? What do we do with this information as a team? Well, we can take advantage of these preferences. These are 4 reasons I could think of we can take advantage of these preferences, and they've worked for different companies over time. We can advertise similar car models and body types with good safety features such as collision warnings and family-friendly features and comfortable seating to our female audience specifically. So we don't want to just be throwing our blows aimlessly, advertising any car to anybody. I know Google Ads helps us to see how many % of people are females, how many % of our audience are males. So instead of just advertising the same thing for both audiences, we can streamline it. So we're only advertising cars that shows good safety features, family-friendly features, comfortable seating to our female audience. Then for our male audience who prioritize speed and power, we can partner with or sponsor sporting events that can target men to showcase these vehicles with these qualities. We know of a lot of sporting events that take place here in Lagos, here in the United States of America that take place. So we can decide to sponsor with these events. We can take it a step at a time. We can just like partner with one. Instead of sponsoring a full event, we can try to partner with one and see how this works out for our data. Both men and women prioritize practicality and safety, and they both prefer hatchback and SUV cars. So this knowledge should affect our decision making, obviously, when stocking up inventory units. Anything that is not hatchback or SUV, we don't want to put too much money in it. Like, we could take a risk on it, but we don't want to be putting much of our money in what is not hatchback and SUV, because we know where our money is coming from. Then we want to customize our social media advertisements to meet the different preferences of men and women. So we don't want to just be advertising to everybody, boo, advertising. If we know women prefer this, we advertise this to them. If we know men prefer this, we advertise this to them, so that we can get them and get our money. Now, let's talk about 3 actionable steps from this insight. I've talked about what men and women prefer in a car model. I've talked about what we can do, but let's take 3 actionable steps that we can take down, can jot down, or we can start working on right now from this insight. The first, we should advertise cars that are safety inclined and have comfortable seating to our female audience specifically. So from the survey, our female audience have told us how important safety, comfortable seating is to them. please let us just advertise that to them. Let's not show them any other adverts that might just annoy them. Then want to reach out to sponsor or even partner with sporting events to showcase our vehicles with speed and powerful engines, because we know that's what the men like. They want to see cars with speed and powerful engines. So we want to reach out to those sporting events, want to sponsor with them so that we can showcase these our vehicles. Then when we're taking up inventory, we want to favor hatchback and SUV cars generally because they are generally preferred. I'm not saying we should not venture out and explore other type of body styles, but we know where our money is coming from. So we can put like 70% of our money here, then we can use the remaining 30% and just explore until we get more data on this. So I hope if you put this into practice, I hope it will affect our next reports and we'll have a better report to work it. So thank you.
So the social media, one of the places we get the data skills. I think was it Ferrari or Lamborghini that said they don't advertise their cars on TVs because people can afford them and not sitting in front of TV. So do you have the data that prove that your point of sale are linked to social media?
Oh, for my data, I did not say my point of sales are from social media.
Why social media, yes.
Oh, it was mentioned because that's what I used to carry out the survey. I carried out a survey to get people's opinions on why they think women would prefer those car models or why men would prefer those car models. No, not as a form of advertisement. Yes, that's for the advertising team to decide.
That's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I love the way she owned the work. She was using hour. I think I love that. She did not remove herself from the data. She owned it. She saw herself part of the company. Yeah.
So I have a question concerning your dashboard. Why those colors?
Oh, the colors of the dashboard. Well, that's the colors of our company. You can see that the colors of my PowerPoint slides matches the colors of my dashboard.
So I was asking her why her colors were this one, and she said that her colors were the company's colors, and I said okay. So the other question is, I'm asking why your cards are not up and why is your dashboard not telling much of a story. So I could get a grip of your data when you were showing me your reports, but not your dashboard. And the first thing I want to see when I see your dashboard is the story. So
Okay. First of all, I put my total sales. My dashboard was not supposed to be presented.
oh, it wasn't supposed to.
Yes, my dashboard wasn't supposed to be presented. So I just like to get a snapshot of the data in general. So that's why I didn't put any design concepts to it particularly. I wouldn't say there was a particular reason I put this here, And even on my dashboard, there are other insights I didn't talk about that are there. So it wasn't meant to be presented, just to show a snapshot of my data.
So when you are giving a report, just as an aside, even if you're not going to present the main dashboard, if you're not going to, for whatever reason that you're not presenting your dashboard, in your report, there has to be some of the charts showing. You can't just be isolated and I'm reading words, text. Most of your report was text all through. I can't be saying text, just feels like you're telling me a story. Where do I attach that story to? That's the only thing I have.
Why is the analysis in dollar? Why not naira?
She already said it was a United States company.
Any other observation? Any question? Thank you. Let's have